Today we're having some friends over, and I just wanted to make one of my favorite appetizers, and it's simple, and people ask for the recipe every time I make it. So let's see what happens this time. So what this is I bought some Brie, some beautiful Brie. Trader Joe's happens to be by me, so I love Trader Joe's. So I bought some Brie, and I've got pecans and brown sugar and triple sec. But the triple sec could be orange juice. It could be orange juice if you don't like the liquor in it. But the liquor does burn off, remember that. Oh, and I turned the oven on to get it going so that once I stick it in the oven, it won't be more than 10 to 15 minutes. So here we are. I'm going to take a big handful of our pecans. And I love these big, beautiful jars just filled with pecans, especially if you're a Costco shopper, which I am. I admit to being a Costco shopper. Love Costco. Okay, so I'm going to chop up small pieces so people can comfortably eat them. And just chop these up a little bit. And no need to toast them in the oven ahead because you're putting them in the oven. So that step is already taken care of. Okay, we're getting there. We are getting there. Okay, I'd say that's it. So what we're going to do is now we'll take some of this lovely brown sugar. Who doesn't like and appreciate brown sugar? And all we're doing is we're mounding it right on top of the Brie. Is this simple? Yes, this is simple. So it doesn't matter if it goes over the side. It really doesn't matter. And we'll just pat it down a little bit, not to make it firm, but just to make sure that all the top is covered. We're going to add our nuts on top. And anything we spill on the side is still okay. That's fair game. Once we go to eat this today, it'll be fine to dig into the sides. And there should be some Oozy cheese out there too. Okay, in just a small amount, really. It's just to help this brown sugar get melted. Ooh, okay, well, those are the mistakes one makes. We could have put a little less. Oh dear, look at that. Triple sec, extra. Okay, so now we're going to stick it in the oven. And now don't look in my oven because I didn't get a chance to clean it yet. And I've got Thanksgiving coming up, so why clean it before Thanksgiving? Okay, so we're going to set the timer 10 minutes, and we'll check it after 10 minutes. I've got it at 350. It really is just to warm it up enough so that it melts out a little bit. And then we can enjoy it with crackers and maybe some good toasted bread. So you're probably wondering, does she really do all that cooking in this little kitchen? Well, let me tell you, we just downsized. And there's some huge percent of those of us who are aging a bit, wanting to get into one-story places. So we bought a townhouse, and it has a nice amount of space in it, the largest garage we've ever owned, but the smallest kitchen we've ever owned. And for someone who likes to really experiment with food and entertain a lot, it's been a personal challenge. So I also have not had an electric oven for a long, long time, or electric stovetop. So that's also a personal challenge. But it's working, and I think you're going to see when that comes out, it's going to taste exactly like it did from my big kitchen with the beautiful center island that I had just remodeled a few years before we sold. So like a lot of people, we're adapting. I'm adapting to this new downsizing. I was sitting down thinking about this recipe and how long I've been making it, which is many, many, many years. Really, it's at least 30 years that I've been serving this Brie. And I've never been to a party where somebody else served it. It's kind of amazing. But oops, there's the timer. Hold on a second. Let's check it. I'm turning that obnoxious timer off first. Let's look. So what, oh no, not ready yet. So what we want is we want some Oozy cheese. And it is not oozy yet. That brown sugar, it's cooperating, but not the cheese. So let's give it I'm going to give it another 5. And, okay. But when I was thinking about it, is where did I learn that recipe? And I have a feeling that I picked that recipe up somewhere in California because it would have been a party that I went to and somebody served it. And I asked, what is this? It tastes wonderful. And everybody was eating it. So I think that's where I learned the recipe. And I don't recall ever seeing it written down anywhere. There are versions of this, very close versions, and they probably taste wonderful also. But I always fall back on this. I've tried other ones, but I always go back to this. I realized I should go get some crackers from my new pantry. Watch this. So no pantry in the kitchen anymore that's big enough anyway. So now this is my pantry. This is my pantry out here. All of this is my pantry. So what I'm looking for are some crackers, which I purchased yesterday, knowing what friends were coming over. So let's bring those inside. So I think these would be great just stuck on a side of the cheese in that plate. No reason to dirty another plate. And I'm going to pick I love the table water crackers. They're just perfect for this particular breed. Okay, we're getting very close. Less than 5 seconds now. Okay, let me get a hot pad or two. I just bought new hot pads the other day. Let me turn that off. I did not realize that this great insulation wears off as it gets washed. And suddenly my hot pads were not working. Okay. Ooh, perfect. All right, let's see. I have a feeling that when I cut into it here, that it is just going to, oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. Oh yes, nice and oozy. Yep, very oozy, just what one wants. You want to be able to scrape up some of that brown sugar on the cracker. In fact, I opened the crackers. Let's go ahead and try that. Okay, let's put it on. Let's see how that is. I get to taste. I do get to taste. Okay. I don't want to taste too quickly because it will burn your mouth with that brown sugar. Okay, let's see. Looks yummy, huh? Oh, it's still very, very hot. I think that we need to wait a few minutes, but I am going to get another 2 here. Well, here it is. I tasted it. It was really hot, but it tasted great. If I were going to do something different, I'd add even more of the brown sugar. You can see it's around the sides, but I'd add even more. So then I've got lots for all of us to oozy, mix with the ooze and really enjoy. Have a great evening.